Hello, hello, and welcome back. So everything's looking wonderful in here today. We've been continuing with our excessive water change regimen and keeping Melifix in the mix, and that's getting us there. That is getting us there. Let's go look at the worst of our cases. He's probably the worst one, and he's still a little smoky. Still a little smoky. Um, was hoping for a little bit better out of him today, but everyone else is looking really good. The other bad one was a smaller guy. Where is he? Back there in the corner. I got to change the water because they don't like this Melifix. They really hate it. And he's still a little smoky too. See, so not completely gone. Um, the good news is, and I'm sure this stuff will nip this in the butt. The Fritz Power Cleanse is still on the way for the last several days. It should have been here last Sunday, but it got yanked by the border, the customs people, and they, I guess, had to inspect it. They're all uptight about fish medications, and it. I thought they seized it. If they would have done that, I just would have. If they decided, you know, meh, and just, yeah, I could have just lost it right there. But last night at 2 a.m., they released it again, and it left the Amazon facility. Then it entered the Amazon facility, and then a few hours later, this morning, it left the Amazon facility in Toronto, which means it's on the road right now to my city, and I probably see that tomorrow, maybe even today, who knows. So it's definitely late. I wish I had it sooner. I think it's going to push these last two over the edge. So we're going to water change out this Melifix now. I'm going to get out of my system, get ready for the next med, and we'll gut load the next med after this Melifix is out of the water, because you don't want to mix medications, and sometimes you can get a adverse effect that way. The water change is gonna help these darker looking guys look proper again. They just don't like these. They don't like the Melifix in their water. It doesn't kill them, but they don't like it. Once I do my water change today, they'll look wonderful. Let's go have a look at our new friend downstairs. So here we are, downstairs. For those who missed it yesterday, I've decided what to do with this tank. Of course, these tetras will be coming out. They're just in there right now to dither fish. And they're dither fishing because I bought 2 silver dollars. And they're not really the reason I need to dither fish. He's the reason. Right there. Let's just adjust So here we have my new occupant, my new water puppy. And he's got one little nipped fin down there. They had like a 40-gallon breeder and like 25 of these in it, and they were kind of roughing each other up. So, because it was pretty crowded. But he had really nice color patterns on him. His fins are less milky this morning. Nice clean water. They call him a golden Oscar. He's not going to turn orange. He's going to stay like gold leaf on the side of him. And his eyes will stay yellow. Unlike a normal albino Oscar who turns orange on the sides, you can see his coloring looks kind of like gold leaf. And I really think that's neat, so I had to have one. And this 65 gallon ain't good for much of the, like, it's not really a discus tank. You can't get enough discus in here to make it a discus tank, in my opinion. So, you could put 8 discus in this tank and probably be okay, but nah. It's already got 2 pretty good filters. The way it's set up right now is perfect for like Oscars and stuff. I'd have to spend quite a bit of money on this tank to get it to be discus worthy, and it being 65 gallons, it's probably not worth the investment. So what I'm going to put my money in is a dual 75 on top of the rack here. Oops, it's too dark in the room right now. But 75 on the top shelf of the rack, 70 on the bottom shelf of the rack, and a sump in between the 2 of them. That's where the money's going, and that's going to make a really nice discus tank. So the 65 is dedicated to this Oscar and this Oscar alone. I'm not buying any more. You know, I think 2 Oscars in this tank would be too much, but 1 Oscar will live in here happily with his 2 little silver dollar friends, and that's the way it's going to be. Probably leave these Siamese algae eaters in there. I don't know though. They probably turn into lunch at some point. But right now, everything's too big for him to eat. He's not even trying. There was a fluorescent yellow skirt tetra in here. The color of it was just attracting him. He was going after it. So I've moved him upstairs, make sure he's safe. And he don't care about the rest of them. So for now, I'm going to leave him in there. It'll keep him from picking on the silver dollars and get him used to other fish being in the tank. And if he flips out and kills one, well, I hope he doesn't, but, you know, they're cheap little tetras, and I'd rather him go for them than the silver dollars, because Oscars and silver dollars should live together just fine. These tetras one day won't make it. I'll pull them before then, but not for the next couple weeks. For now, these skirt tetras are going to stay in the tank, and I'm going to see how they do. That neon is like super neon. I can't catch him. He hides. I'd have to pull the whole tank apart. I got to catch him when he's not looking. But if I can't catch him, the Oscar's not catching him either. So I tried to get him out. And well, we're going to leave the tank like this. The skirted tetra seemed to really like the silver dollars. This silver dollar showing much better color today. He didn't have that black dot yesterday, and his reds are looking much nicer, so he's happier. And that one was really colorful yesterday and still is. They're a little malnourished, those silver dollars, but I'm going to fix that. Don't you worry. That's just how they come in. I've seen the Oscar poop. His poop is clean. Haven't seen the silver dollars poop yet, but I'm not really concerned. They're in really good shape. They're just underfed because that's what happens in the supply chain while they're shipping them. And give me 2 weeks and they'll have nice bellies again. But what a beauty. Look at that one damaged lower fin. And I decided that wasn't a big deal. That'll grow back. I certainly hope it does, but it should, and every other fish I've owned that would grow back. I don't expect Oscars to be any different that way. But, yeah. I hope I picked a good one. Hope he's got all the right shape, the right eyes, and because, you know, when I was picking my first discus, I didn't do it right. I scrutinized. There was several to pick from. Because, you know, he's going to be with me for a while. I keep him in clean water. He's going to grow nice. Probably in 6 months, he'll be probably be 10, 11 inches in the next 6 months. These things grow pretty quick. They say an inch a month, but that means, you know, from fry to adult in a year, right? And this guy's probably pushing 4 to 5 inches. So I figure 6 months we're gonna have somewhere in the neighborhood of a foot-long Oscar. And I don't know, should I, like, to add to, they say you need at least a 75. So it's like 50 and then 20 for each additional Oscar. I would have 50 and, you know, an additional 15. So I shouldn't put 2 in here. I should just keep him. And, you know, what happens if they don't get along? Then I got to build another Oscar tank. And that happens. These fish can be fine with other fish, and then you can get a real jerk that just needs to be in its own tank. So I'm not going to play that game. I'm just going to keep one. That way, if he's a jerk, he's a jerk. And if he's friendly, then he'll get he gets to have a couple silver dollars. They don't need other Oscars, these fish. They're quite happy by themselves. But, ooh, something. Yeah, yesterday's video I made, the water wasn't very clear yet because I had just done maintenance on the tank. And then I soaked them in it, and climatized them slowly, and released them all into the clean water. But it was marked out a bit from maintenance, so it was gravel backed and the whole 9 yards. Cleaned it up real good, and you know, the filters have done their job, and things are as clear as a bell. Fishies are happy. Like I said, he took a big dump this morning. He's already tossing Lincoln logs, and he's not that big. And now he's hiding on us. Oh, there he is. And, you know, these guys, I don't know, 2-3 times a day tops on the feeds. Probably just going to do them 2 times. Got some nice protein pellets for them. Tell me how many times I should feed them. If 2's not enough, let me know. I do want them to grow, but they've got slower metabolism, so you just can't. You could overfeed and kill these fish. They're little piggies. And they'll eat till they explode. It's my understanding. So he goes hard for the food. He sees the pellets and he's like just vicious about swimming to them. I'll make a feed video, but I don't want to feed him right now. He looks like he's got a good tummy. That water's looking crisp. This tank is cycled. Probably probably ran for more than 2 months with just Tetras in it. And it's just crisp. Only 2 hang-on backs. Those are Fluval, I think they're C4s. Each one of them is good for a 75-gallon tank, and I have 2 of them. So I got like 150 gallons of filtration on a 65-gallon tank. That's exactly the way I like to do things. I may well drop a UV unit in here. I probably will. I even got one upstairs, a smaller one I can deploy. It's only supposed to be good for 60 gallons. But it might be better than nothing. Why not? Keep it safe. I should get an 85-gallon unit. That's what I should do. Like one of the ones I have in my big tank. Pop it in here. It would be ideal. It'd be perfect for this. So that'll come. Might buy that next week. And yeah, a lot of big changes coming. I got to buy this $200 80-gallon upright vat. It's actually made for water catchment systems. And I put that in my kitchen so I can take the 70-gallon reservoir out of there and bring it down here with that 75-gallon drilled tank. And we're gonna get that environment set up this month. Get this shelf built. And we're gonna have, what's that gonna be? It's gonna be like 145 gallons plus the sump I make. It'd probably end up being like a 160-gallon system. Water's gonna flow between them all. And I've got to figure out something really cool to do with that tank. It's probably just gonna be more discus because I really like the discus. They're expensive and all, but this new system I'm gonna make is going to like just be a really good discus setup. I can separate sizes, top and bottom tank. It's gonna make water changing easier. It's gonna be a good deal. So looking forward to that. I've got to build that all up from scratch. All I got is pretty much 2 empty box tanks right now and a pile of wood. Should have started cutting the other day, but things kept interrupting me. I didn't get around to it. When it gets going, he's going to get going, and things are going to look really cool down here. My multi-tank syndrome is going to start to take off. There's our new little friend. And I'm sure he's going to bring lots of personality to the table. Because that's what Oscars do. They're water dogs. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now. Please consider subscribing. There's a lot more to come.